Wana basho nanda may maganadok, ishkate makasan kwandi shikaz mondo dem, bikajonan and dunjaba, Udawadami Odo and Nishnabi Kwandao, Niswi Medewin. Oh, I'd like to welcome you here to this territory, the Kedronon territory. It's the capital of the Three Fires Confederacy, made up of the Budawatami, the Odawa, and the Ojibwe, Anishinaabe. Oh, just like to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today on this most wonderful occasion. The time when some of the individuals who have worked very hard to get to this place are going to graduate and move on into the future. And with that, I would like to say, always keep your dreams alive. It's good to dream. You made it here, and just follow those dreams wherever they lead you. So I would like you to take a few moments to center yourself and ground yourself so that we can be at one with the Creator of all that is, the way you understand that. So take these few moments and take a few breaths. That is, breathe in through your nose, you hold it, and you blow it out. Do it again, breathe in, you're holding it, and blow it out. So I'll say this prayer. Abba Shuma Shomas, Ishkute Makasan Kwandis Nakaz Mondo Dem, Bakajanon Dunjaba, Udawadami Odo and Nishnabi Kwandao, Nisvi Medewin. Chimigrachkajemnado for this most beautiful day, for this most wonderful life. Chimigrach for all that you have provided for us, from the sky world to the earth plane to the underground. For all of those Nokamasug and Mishomsug, those ones who have passed on, that walked on this land before us, I say Chimigrach to you. Chimigrach for the help they give us each and every day. Chimigrach for the sky and the sun, the moon at night, the stars in the heavens. I say Chimigrach to you. Chimigrach for taking the time to look this way so kindly with us. Chimigrach for the four colors of man, the yellow, the red, the black, and the white. Say Chimigrach to you for all of those directions, all those ones who have come here to live on your creation. I say Chimigrach to you. Chimigrach for our Earth Mother, Shkagamakwa, who is the one that provides the water we drink, the food we eat, and the air we breathe. I say Chimigrach to you for her. Chimigrach for all the sky world and all the thunder beings that are sitting over there, watching over us today. Chimigrach for all things, all colors of man, all things that are here. I say Chimigrach. Chimigrach for the animals, the four-legged, the two-legged, the winged ones that fly in the air, things that crawl on the earth, things that swim in the water. Chimigrach for all the plant life, the trees, the plants, the medicines, the herbs, the fruits and the vegetables. They're all here, so we can be at one with them at this time. I say Chimigrach for all of the songs and the ceremonies and all of the spiritual leaders that are across the land that help us and guide us in our direction that we're going. I say Chimigrach to you. Chimigrach for the birds, the animals, all of those things, the songs that they are singing for you right now. Say Chimigrach for that. Chimigrach, Chimigrach, Chimigrach. Take care of us and watch over us and keep us safe. Help us to understand who we are as people, humankind, because we are the last ones. We are the youngest that have come here to this creation. So guide us and help us do the work that we need to do for you, Gajemnado. Chimigrach for all the people who have come here this day, and watch over them and keep them safe from the inside out and the outside in. Help them be grounded into the earth, into who they are, their identity, and watch over them and keep them safe. I say Chimigrach to you, Nikanagana, all my relations. Aho. Bamampi minwa. Aho.
Over the next hour, you will be a guest to one of the University of Windsor's most valuable traditions, graduation. Our ceremony will begin with the singing of our national anthem, followed by the reflection. Our Chancellor, Dr. Mary Jo Haddad, and our President and Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Rob Gordon, will address the graduating class. We've also invited a graduating student to provide congratulatory remarks. It will then be time for the most essential part of the ceremony, reading the graduating class names and the conferral of the degrees by the University Chancellor.
Thank you to Elder Kiknazwe from the Bikezawanang territories, also known as the Walpole Island First Nation, and an elder in residence within the Faculty of Law for sharing your words of welcome with us today. I want to take this moment to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territories of the Three Fires Confederacy of First Nations, comprised of the Odawa, the Ojibwa, and the Potawatomi. And I remind everyone that there are very few places on this earth where others have not walked before us and called it home. I now call upon Lorraine Grondin, Acting Registrar, who will deliver the reflection.
This day marks a new beginning, particularly for those about to celebrate their graduation. It only fits that we come together to recognize your achievements and commemorate your success as you continue to your lifelong quest for knowledge and excellence. I ask that you take a moment to reflect on those who guided you along your path of learning, to appreciate our families, our teachers, our peers, the world in which we live, and all that inspires us. Please join me in a moment of silence to reflect.
Dear graduates, family and friends, and faculty, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to our virtual convocation. We've come together today to celebrate the extraordinary achievements of the class of 2021, a remarkable and unforgettable year. Our graduates have been on a journey like no other. Determined to complete your studies under the most challenging of circumstances, prepared for a world who needs your wisdom and skills, your courage and resilience, your energy and your kindness. The days ahead are full of hope as we work together to build a safer, more equitable and prosperous world. The University of Windsor has provided you with the tools to embrace the challenges that lie ahead with confidence. The investments you have made in yourself, the relationships you have built, and the experiences you have embraced are important steps towards a promising and hopeful future. I have heard from some of you that there is an element of fear as you embark on your careers or the next phase of your education in a world that has been turned upside down. The inspiring Maya Angelou said that hope and fear cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Invite one to stay. Hope helps us dream, to envision our lives and the narrative we want for ourselves. Hope helps us to see the opportunities among the challenges. It can drive our creativity and innovation. I invite you to choose hope. The best way to find ourselves is to lose yourself in the service of others. Mahatma Gandhi. There is no such thing as a small act of kindness, as kindness can change the world and have a lasting impact on others. Whatever the next stage of your life will be, find a cause or something that you can invest your energy in and be passionate about. No doubt you will find good people to work with, people you will inspire and who will inspire you. Kindness can be transformative, both as a volunteer and in business. Kindness builds loyalty and trust and rebounds, giving so much back to you in return. I invite you to choose kindness. As you continue to work toward your greatness, surround yourself with people who will enable your potential, who will broaden your perspective and offer you critical and constructive feedback. People who will infuse your passion, no matter what the cause, who see your potential, even when you may not. Courage will build your character and enlightenment. As a young nurse, it was the words of a young hospitalized child who before heart surgery said, "Don't cry, Mommy, it will be okay." Those words left me frozen in my footsteps, overcome with emotion and never clearer that I was doing the work I was meant to do. As a pediatric ICU nurse, every day is a challenge and yet an incredible privilege to work with children who are so vulnerable, yet so resilient. Their families so dependent on you to do your very best work, who put their faith and trust in you. Courage comes in all shapes and sizes, as the pandemic has shown us all too well. You can count on the need to be courageous as you take on new challenges, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace change. Courage will enable you to grow in ways that you can't imagine today. Choose courage. To our graduates, you have inspired all of us with your determination and perseverance. My heartfelt congratulations to each of you. Please remember to take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and have fun along the way. The entire University of Windsor community shares in the pride of your family and friends. Go forth and celebrate safely.
Thank you, Chancellor Haddad. I'd like to welcome all of you who are joining us today for the University of Windsor's virtual spring convocation. This is really an important moment for our university, and we are all thrilled that you are with us today. This year, families and graduates are joining us from just around the corner and from around the world, and it's truly a privilege to welcome everyone.
Board of Governors medals are awarded to the graduating undergraduate students who've achieved the highest academic standing in the faculty. Interdisciplinary arts and science, graduating with honors biochemistry with thesis and psychology minor, Maria Teodora Sakara with great distinction. Social work, graduating with honors Bachelor of Social Work, Diane Burrell with great distinction.
I'm Dr. Christine Vanderkooy, Associate Professor in the Faculty of Education. How do you know Vincent Georgie? Because I'll bet you know him. Perhaps you met Vincent during his MBA at the University of Windsor in 2004, or perhaps after he boomeranged back to Windsor as illustrious alumnus Dr. Vincent Georgie, he was your marketing professor at the Odette School of Business sometime after 2009 when he couldn't stop winning multiple awards for Professor of the Year, MBA Mentor of the Year, the Athena Award for Outstanding Alumni, and the Alumni Award for Distinguished Contributions to University Teaching. Or perhaps you even know him as director of that very same MBA program at Odette for 4 years, beginning in 2013. Perhaps you know Dr. Georgie as the director of SOCA, the motivated, optimistic, and dedicated champion of the School of Creative Arts, a role he took up in 2017 donning both the proverbial conductor's baton and a literal hard hat while guiding the momentous odyssey to the Windsor Armories. Perhaps you know him as the fearless and strategic Make It Happen Executive Director and Chief Programmer of Windsor's International Film Festival, who has turned WIF into the #1 volunteer-run film festival in Canada. And like me, you have marveled at Vincent's superhero omnipresence, reappearing to introduce yet another film in vibrant detail as he continues to woo we Windsorites by stirring our avidity for films that take big risks and have a big payoff, just like Vincent's approach to life. Perhaps you have followed Dr. Georgie's meteoric rise to his most recent appointment as the university's Associate Vice President External, where he expands his profound impact here at the University of Windsor, the place he calls the proudest association of his life. Please welcome the man who redefines multipotentiality, Windsor's beloved, Dr. Vincent Georgie.
I want to talk to you about two things today. The first one is resilience. Before we get to that, I want to talk to you about your retirement party. That's right, I didn't say your graduation party, I said your retirement party. I want you to envision it. I want you to think about, where is your retirement party taking place? Is it taking place in an office, in a university, in your backyard, somewhere across the world? Who is there? Family, friends, colleagues, your students, your mentors, people that have inspired you. What is it that you're hoping that they will say about you at your retirement party? What is your career going to amount to? What is your life going to amount to? Do you want people singing your praises for your community impact? Do you want people talking about how you've been such a great colleague? Do you want to have people talk about how exceptional your work is, how wonderful you are to collaborate with, how much you've helped people, how much you've transformed people, how easy you are to work with, how trustworthy you are, okay? How audacious you've been in your pursuits. All of that, believe it or not, is completely in your control. You are entirely in control and responsible for what will be said about you at your retirement party. And you'll spend the next 10, 20, 30 years, perhaps more, working towards that retirement party. And if you do what you want to be said about you in your career, if you are that person that is a sincere collaborator, if you are that person that is dedicated to the community, if you are that person that works very, very hard, that is collaborative, that is inclusive, that takes risks, that sets very high standards, then all of those things that you want will be said about you at your retirement party. Think of your entire career as a culmination leading up to what you want said about you at your retirement party. Otherwise, you cannot expect to have people sing praises of you and talk about your illustrious career and how wonderful of a human being you are and how you've been there for them if that is actually not what you've done in your career. So take charge of that, because you are completely in control of your retirement party. Second piece I want to talk to you about today is resilience. This is a life moment for you here, graduating from the University of Windsor. Whether you graduate with your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, your PhD, other certificates, okay? This is a major moment for you. And there's no question that there were many moments of doubt, frustration, concern. How will I make this all happen? How am I going to write 2 exams in one day? What am I going to do with that class that I'm a little bit scared of? What if I go into that other class and I don't do well on the presentation? What if I try out this new topic or maybe change programs? All these types of things are absolutely risks. And all those things happen seemingly at moments where you wonder, will it all come together? Will I be able to juggle it all? Will I be able to work my part-time job and still be there for my friend and then be ready for that test tomorrow? And all of this, all of those moments of uncertainty, of hard work, of seemingly not sure how it's all going to land, well, today, where has it landed? It has landed at your convocation. You did it. It worked out in the end. You defended your thesis. You gave your final performance. You ended up passing that course. It all worked out in the end, and now you're here at your convocation. And that's something that's really, really important to remember, is at the end of the day, it all works out. It really does. Even those moments where you're not sure how you're going to do it, I want to give you a visual to think of as you try to juggle so much that will be coming before you in your life and in your career. Think of your life and career like a giant Thanksgiving dinner, okay? Many, many dishes, many, many courses, lots of food, lots of drink. And if you stare at that table full of food and drink, well, it's impossible to imagine how to eat it all. Because realistically, you're not going to sit at the edge of the table and throw back the table and just eat it all in one bite. Of course not. The larger the challenge, the more pieces there are to it, all you have to do is say, I will take this a bite at a time. You start a bite at a time, a spoonful at a time, a sip at a time, and you work your way through it. The larger the workload, the larger the tasks in front of you, you have to run in the opposite direction. Make it very small. If there's 26 things to do, that's fine. 26, 36, 56. It doesn't really matter. You have to start with one. Once one is done, you move on to two. It doesn't really matter how long that line gets or how many dishes are on the table, but I promise you by the end of it, you will have completed everything, okay? I promise by the end of it, you will have eaten everything. A full belly and full hearts, but it will be done. Don't worry about the incredible demands on your life, the incredible demands on your career, and all these types of things, because it sincerely does all work out in the end. And that's a really, really important piece I want you to be thinking of. The last piece I want you to be thinking of before I let you go and celebrate with your family and friends is the idea of holding yourself accountable to what we've talked about, the life and career that you want to have. If you are only surrounded by people that sing your praises all day, every day, and that feels good sometimes, you're probably not surrounded by the right people. You want people around you who, out of love, will talk to you about all the ways you're doing great and maybe a few of the ways you can improve, okay? Don't always assume you're the smartest person in the room. Chances are you're not. Don't always assume you've done the best work on your team. Chances are you haven't. Don't always assume you've got the best idea. Chances are, as I can certainly attest to, chances are your idea is not the best. If you're constantly surrounding yourself by terrific people and terrific talented people and holding yourself to account to make sure that you are the collaborator, that you are the colleague, that you are the friend that is as good as you're hoping to be, you'll always make sure you're bringing your best and that you truly are fulfilling your desired self in terms of how good of a collaborator you will be, how good of a professional, how good of a researcher, how good of an artist that you will be. I wish you much congratulations on such a momentous day. I'd invite you at this moment right now to take a moment and thank, with words or with a gesture, anyone in the room with you right now today, a partner, a parent, a child, a friend, or any of them that might be joining you virtually right now, via text message or social media or what have you. Take a moment to thank them. Thank them for encouraging you. Thank them for supporting you. Thank you for getting you through it. Thank you for having an open ear, an open heart, maybe a little bit of tough love at times or some sharp advice. Take that moment to thank them, because no person graduating from any program crosses the finish line alone. Please accept my most sincere congratulations. I look forward to your retirement party.
Congratulations. We are thrilled you selected the University of Windsor to pursue your studies, and we are proud of you for having completed your degree. Convocation is a time to look back and a time to look forward, a time to celebrate years of hard work and learning, and a time to anticipate putting that education to work, a time to remember friendships made and a university community joined, and a time to reflect on how community and education can come together to make the future. As you may know, the motto of the University of Windsor is Bonitatem Disciplinam Scientiam, Latin for teach me goodness, discipline, and knowledge. The idea is that knowledge on its own is not enough. For knowledge to make the world a better place, it needs a disciplined application for good or constructive purposes. The world is far from ideal. That said, we are confident that your education has prepared you to make it a better place. We encourage you to see problems as challenges and to see challenges as opportunities to apply what you have learned. In those applications, you will continue to learn, and you will come to a rich understanding that there's always more to learn. University is not the end of your education. It is one part of a lifelong educational journey. Some of that education happens in schools. Much of your learning actually happens outside of formal institutions. As you apply what you have learned, you will make some mistakes. That's okay. One way to avoid making mistakes is not to take chances, not to take on challenging problems. Such an approach to life would not put your education to its fullest use. In other words, to avoid mistakes by not challenging yourself, you make the mistake of not getting the most out of your education. Never mind passing up the opportunity to get the most out of life. So go out there, challenge yourself to make the world a better place, and keep learning, always. I wish you courage and good fortune in your continued learning. We look forward to hearing about what you go on to do. Please keep in touch and share your stories with us. On behalf of everyone at the Faculty of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, I once again offer you congratulations on your graduation and best wishes for all your future endeavors.
To the master's and doctoral graduates of the class of 2021, congratulations from the Faculty of Graduate Studies on this proud and special day. As you celebrate with your family and friends, reflect on all that you have accomplished. Your investment in a graduate education is a true investment in your future. 1 year ago, when you were transitioning into the final year of your program, no one anticipated that you would finish your degree remotely through online technologies. This required resourcefulness on your part and on the part of your program and research supervisors. Everyone successfully rose to this challenge, and today you are a proud graduate with new skills and an appreciation for the impact of change on the education and research environments. Your resiliency, adaptability, and compassion will position you well for a changing and evolving job market. As you move forward, share all the knowledge you have gained and the lessons you have learned. Be confident in your skills and competencies, and remember that life is a journey to be lived fully. As alumni, you are joining a global network of support, and we look forward to hearing about and celebrating your future successes. Today I celebrate with you from a distance as I watch each convocation ceremony, applauding loudly as you cross the stage. Heartfelt wishes for a bright and successful future.
Greetings, class of 2021. My name is Giovanni Aquino. Before I commence my speech, I'd like to quickly thank Tamsin Bacon and the rest of the faculty and staff at the University of Windsor, as well as my friends and family for all supporting me in representing the aeronautics program here today. I also want to congratulate all the graduates for this incredible milestone that you have all achieved with your commitment and hard work to your studies. Today, I am graduating with a very special group, one that I have been growing with over the past 4 years. When we started the aeronautics program together in 2017, we were just young kids with a passion for aviation and a dream to become a pilot. These past 4 years have flown by, literally, because today we graduate as licensed pilots. Together, we learned the background knowledge needed to become a pilot and the skills of flying an aircraft. We learned about the aviation industry as a whole and how we will best fit in. We became leaders, people who are capable of upholding the grand responsibility that comes with being a safe and efficient pilot. But best of all, we became good friends with a strong bond while doing it. The journey to get here was not without its obstacles and challenges. We faced Transport Canada's written exams and flight tests, two things that are without a doubt very stressful. We faced harsh weather seasons that would sometimes hold us back from doing what we love. We sometimes found it difficult to find the perfect balance between flight training and our own coursework and exams. But even when things seemed to not go our way, we stuck together and we persevered. Because our love for aviation and our passion for flying always kept us moving forward. So in the future, if you ever experience some new challenges and obstacles like we did together, I want you to remember the passion and the dream that brought you to where you are today and how nothing will be able to break that. It's also always good to think of the memories we made together over the past 4 years too. I will never forget the welcoming and fun atmosphere that I was lucky enough to experience thanks to you guys. It made a lot of memories like ground school, flying to different parts of Ontario together, long days studying together, and even just hanging out outside of school when we had the free time to. All these moments were filled with laughter and fun, and I thank you for that. In an industry that can be so competitive and demanding, we always stuck together and had a good time. It has been an absolute privilege working with each and every one of you, and being able to watch you grow and achieve success towards your dream is something I will always be grateful for. But remember, as pilots and as leaders, we never stop learning, and we never stop acquiring knowledge that assists us in mastering our craft. We'll still make mistakes, as everyone does, and we might still face some challenges and obstacles here and there, but none of which can deter our passion for aviation. And that is just part of working towards our dream. I would like to leave you with a quote that has stuck with me and always motivated me through flight training. That is, there is nowhere we need to be far enough to never get there. Congratulations, Aeronautics Class of 2021.
I'm honored to have the privilege of addressing you, the University of Windsor's School of Social Work's incredible class of 2021. My name is Amy Alberton. I started as an undergraduate student at the University of Windsor in 2005. In 2013, I began my journey through social work education as a master's student, completing the MSW program for working professionals in April 2016, and moved on to the PhD program in September of 2016. And here we are at the finish line. Throughout my tenure in the PhD program, I was granted incredible opportunities to work as a research assistant with faculty from the University of Windsor and beyond. I was able to serve as a graduate assistant and taught courses at the BSW and MSW levels. I was also honored to have been asked to serve as the principal writer and researcher for an innovative suicide prevention curriculum for First Nations youth, and as managing editor for Critical Social Work, an interdisciplinary journal dedicated to social justice, which is housed at the University of Windsor. I will never forget the happiness and sense of belonging that the students, staff, and faculty at the School of Social Work contributed to throughout my education. The day I defended my dissertation was bittersweet. Bitter because I knew I would have to end this chapter of my life and move away from all these amazing people. It was sweet because I know the school prepared me to contribute to positive social transformation no matter where I end up. I am excited to begin this next chapter and maintain all of the relationships I've built throughout my years here. I do not think I'm alone when I say that the School of Social Work created an incredibly supportive environment, allowing us to maximize our potentials as academics, practitioners, teachers, and as human beings. There are so many people, staff, faculty, and students that made all of this possible. We would be here all day if I thanked everyone individually. You know who you are, and I'm grateful. I believe that with the connections and knowledge we have had the privilege of building at the School of Social Work, we now have the capacities to engage in meaningful social change and work towards a distinctly different and socially just future for everyone. Let us continue to think critically and never stop learning. To the University of Windsor, the School of Social Work, our mentors, families, and friends, thank you. I will forever be Windsor proud. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it.
Madam Chancellor, I now present to you the candidates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences.
Doctor of Philosophy, Social Work. Amy M. Alberton. Master of Social Work, Juris Doctor.
Hannah Lauren Kellett. Valeria Curry. Alexandra Elizabeth Renders McMichael. Deborah Jasmine Willoughby.
Master of Social Work. Claudia Amanda Aban. Dana Lee Adrianson. Esther Iomide Adusi. Dana Agnolin. Sundus Ali Khalif. Morella Alaibu. Sara Al-Kasir. Marwa Al-Sahar. Nelia Amaral. Katrina Anderson. Elizabeth Ann Anthony. Erin Jane Appleton. Hasina Argastani. Tanya Dawn Marie Arsenault. Elena Achinikava. Holly Audette. Miranda Lydia Bacchetta. Ashley Backstrom. Larissa Letitia Bailey. Gershon Kaur Baines. Nirathanan Balasubramaniam. Jamal Balaka. Erica Angela Basakos. Jessica Ileana Batres Villagran. Samantha Lindsay Beach. Javier Alejandro Becerra. Melanie Becerra. Megan Bednarik. Jessica Nicole Belcher. Mackenzie Ritchie Berthume. Brandon Bolt. Rita Albert Botros. Ella Price Bradley. Megan Browswetter. Michelle Lynn Brown. Pamela Lucy Ann Brown. Taylor Alexis Brown. Rebecca Bruni. Heather Rose Bennett Jones. Marissa Berliuk. Jill Cataret. Kimberly Carmen Campbell. Olivia Marie Capavilla. Melissa Carriere. James Edward Cascanet. Jillian Cater. Cassandra Janelle Charbonneau. Jessica Ann Sharon. Kayla N. Cheeseman. Kara Tien Hui Chen. Tiffany Chiang. Man Lok Rocky Chu. Alessia Keene. Jessica Marie Constancio. Nicole Suzanne Constantine. Gabriella Cormier. Allison Coutinho. Alice Karen Citram, Brian Darnell, Francis Eli David, Eugenia DeMarco, Amanda Sharon Desjardins, Peter Dix, Alyssa Michaela DeLuca, Megan Dodson, Lindsay Margaret Down, Maddie Eliza Edith Drouillard, Heather May Earl, Jana Ashley Earls, Shakura Khadija Elamin, Dina Ellis, Trishana Ellis, Marley Engel, Jacqueline Dawn Fisher, Stephanie Veronica Flowers, Elizabeth Fonseca Ponce, Patricia Deanna Fram, Carolyn Alana Franklin, Leah Joy Friesen, Heidi Fuentes, Fiven Girmay, Kylie Tabitha Justine Gillis, Samantha Corinne Gerard, Diana Catalina Gonzalez, Natasha Alexandrina Gordon, Kelly Elizabeth Gregory, Crystal Griffiths, Jordana Guida, Courtney Geist, Cheryl Halsey, Juliana Haney, Caitlin Auxiliar Harnadeck, Alexandria C.L. Harris, Deborah Helena Hayward, Janice Hemmerding, Jessica Henry, Kayla Ray Hickey, Ashlyn Hill, Sierra Holmes, Natalie Dawn Hughes, Jody Hunter, Michelle Iaboni, Melissa Nadine Jack, Terry Jackson, Sabrina Yazdi Jagosh, Kyrie Ash Rose Valerie Calais, Isra Kalut, Rubayat Karim, Karen Ann Kehoe, Kimberly Ann Keller, Karen Isabel Kerr, Tareem Khan, Lori Ann King, Rhonda King, Rebecca Margaret Kerwin, Joshua Lee Kolik, Regina Katowiec, Natalia Kowalczyk, Verenia Kuhatas, Judith Lapena, Caroline Louise Lascelle, Jamie Lai, Chantal Lajoie, Rochelle Charmaine Lawrence, Chelsea Lefebvre, Haley Nicole Little, Stephanie Lien, Gelsomina Luciano, Jennifer Helen McDonald, Kayla Marie McGregor, Thusa Maheshwaran, Alice Wambui Mena, Chelsea Lynn Malott, Parastu Manavipur, Aaron Anthony Marentet, Justin Joanne Maurice, Carly Gina Elizabeth McGinley, Sydney Lee McKnight, Nathania Joshua Middlemiss, Malini Mizir, Shandira Chantel Mohammed, Nicole Alyssa Morera, Julia Morakovitz, Heather Kimberly Motet, Jacqueline Colleen Nansekivil, Jing Wen Eng, Lisa Ann Norton, Larissa Elizabeth Claire Oliverio, Lorraine Acheto Aloya, Jonah Ombao Apadu, Nikisha Michelle Pacheco, Eugenie Juliet Parker, Dana Lynn Peltier, Alexandra Elizabeth McCullough Perry, Samantha Lee Persad, Casey Peters, Brianna Chanel Phillip, Rodney Freeman Phillips, Jade Piper, Sally Polis, Kirutika Pulugasuntaranathan, Stephanie Virginia Premeril, Tierney Shaylin Race, Brooke Ramsey, Sydney Marie Catherine Randall, Nicole Marie Reason, Devin Marissa Reeb, Joanne Candy Riley, Sweetie and Chenille Robinson, Alina Catherine Rochelot, Emma Mariah Rogers, Alicia Danielle Rouleau, Sarah Ashley Rush, Daniela Saad, Adriana Salduto, Shante Saliksing, Nicole Jacqueline Sanvito, Amanda J. Sawatsky, Sharice Asha Seeley, Rebecca Sellen, Zoya Sheikh, Louisa Sino, Shanice Elaine Simpson, Christina Danielle Siriani, Alexis Averill Socarijo, Harshi Shritaran, Jacob Nelson Stecker, Julie Ann Stemler, Pablo Jorge Tanus, Jasmine Taylor, Brianna Laura Tasman, Doris Day Ama Tham, Jeevan Thomas, Heidi Tigchalar, Janet Louise Tong Anderson, Elizabeth Diane Unger, Megan Judith Van de Bemt, Laura Vassos, Rose Verzosa, Hillary Walker, Kinzi Mohammed Warsami, Cortland Weaver Thomas, Valerie Jean White, Kayla Weidman, Britton Rochelle Williams, Janine Marie Wilson, Lauren May Witherow, Wing Xing Wang, Taylor Dawn Wright, Tabitha Humans, Chi Wen Zhou, Media and Film Bachelor of Arts, Honors Digital Journalism and Communication, Daniha Eugenie Ellis Geohagen, Bachelor of Arts, Honors Digital Journalism and Political Science, Mitchell Warren Stewart, Bachelor of Arts, Honors Disability Studies, Ala Isa, Emily Elizabeth Lyons, Mildred Ene Okoko, Bachelor of Arts, Honors Disability Studies and Psychology, Batul Awada, with distinction, Rebecca Jean Broyette, Deanna Elizabeth Doherty, Zoe Lynn Howe Prue, Melissa Rose Hunter, Sarah Lynn Jobin, Carissa Natasha Mullings, Cheyenne Reed Gooden, Aeronautics Leadership Stream Flight Option, Bachelor of Arts, Honors Liberal and Professional Studies, Giovanni Aquino, with distinction, Lukeland Joshua Isaac James. Milan Singh Mundi. Luke James Wilton. Bachelor of Arts, Honors Liberal Arts and Professional Studies. Ying Ying Guo. James Paul Wilkinson. Bachelor of Arts, 4-year Digital Journalism and Political Science. Luke Nathan Peters. Bachelor of Arts, 4-year Disability Studies and Psychology. Farwa Ashfaq. Jalini Jayaramachandra. Bachelor of Arts, General Liberal Arts and Professional Studies. Dana Joan Bodwin. Kevin A. Bruce. Brendan David Berger. Mackenzie Cole. Laura L. Deshane. Joseph James Grondin. Yasmin Kuner. Peter Undubu. Nancy Ni Huang Win. Zainab Osh. Mohammed Diljit Roshan. Trent McConnell Sullivan. Yam Man Cao. Zhi Jun Tu. Somebi Yotana Uzoegwu. Isaiah W. Warner. Brian Joseph Weingust. Mo Yang. Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Arts and Science, Honors Biochemistry with Thesis and French Studies minor. Christopher Rod, with great distinction. Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Arts and Science, Honors Biochemistry with Thesis and History minor. Katya Beksik, with distinction. Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Arts and Science, Honors Biochemistry with Thesis and Psychology minor. Maria Teodora Sakara, with great distinction. Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Arts and Science, Honors Biological Sciences and Dramatic Art. Hassan Jamal Shaban, with distinction. Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Arts and Science, Honors Biological Sciences and Psychology. Bianca Antonietta Gualdieri, with distinction. Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Arts and Science, Honors Biological Sciences with Thesis and French Studies minor. Sandra Wong. Bachelor of Social Work, Honors Social Work. Amanda Dawn Albert. Cassandra F. Armstrong, with great distinction. Natalie Asidua. Myrto Marie Augustine. Brianna Christina Baker Young. Nancy Barku, with distinction. Lucy Barris. Melanie Elizabeth Bodwin, with distinction. Patrick James Armand Belfleur. Aaliyah Ann Michelle Behrens. Alexis Elaine Bergeron. Jessica Bonamensa. Brandon Bonnetplume, with distinction. Annabelle Christine Bowden. Abigail Rose Boxall. Claudette Brown, with distinction. Erin Helen Buchanan, with distinction. Diane E. Burrell, with great distinction. Megan Rose Burton. Ryan Campbell, with distinction. Cheyenne Hyacinth Coleman. Zainab Hassan Daher. Donna Jo DeBerg Campbell, with distinction. Peyton Mary Del Monte. Jenna Marie DeLuca. Lauren Brooke Egan, with distinction. Ese Ashley Ekomu. Barbara Gasser, with great distinction. Priscilla Teresa Gabriel, with distinction. Sydney Elizabeth Geisler. Sarah Mahmoud Ghanam, with distinction. April Aurora Gonsalves, with distinction. Nikisha Mary Summer Rain Gregoire. Angelina Halpern, with great distinction. Harmeet Hans. Jessie Laura Hardcastle. Callum Alizdar Hoekstra. Chelsea Ann Johnston. Jordan Marie Jones, with distinction. Sarah Knight. Winnie E. Kumson. Cheyenne Raven Labadi. Alyssa Lozon, with distinction. Sophie Marion Lees. Donald Hoi Kan Leung. Alexandra McGinnis, with distinction. Kyle McVitie, with distinction. Grace Catherine Morand. Christian Leslie Morneau. Michaela Brianne Moscatello. Tabitha Oline Nolan. Alexis O'Connor, with distinction. Tara Patricia Olmsted, with distinction. Laura Lynn Parent. Miranda Rose Sando Pecoraro, with great distinction. Lauren Taylor Rajanovich, with distinction. Najwa Reslan, with distinction. Kyle Thomas Rivers. Nicole Elizabeth Safta, with distinction. Yasmin Shami. Mary Grace Shaw, with distinction. Morgan Jane Sheeran. Emily Dawn Shelton. Kayla Marie Selecki, with distinction. Mackenzie Marie Stanley, with great distinction. Emily Steptoe. Lori Ann Stevens. Sidra Tahir, with distinction. Qasem Taleb, with distinction. Yelena Todorovich. Adriana Susan Turner, with distinction. Nathaniel Christopher Vaillancourt. Riley Ann Vanderwright, with distinction. Taylor Wilkinson. Justice Kaylee Williamson Deneau. Bachelor of Social Work, Honors Social Work and Disability Studies. Abdullah Al-Haddad. Claire Ada Beamish. Alicia de la Hamaide. Bien Degich. Emily Rose Dulong, with distinction. Carolyn Laurie Elias, with distinction. Ethan James Nelson. Lauren Michelle Ronconi. Leslie Taylor. Bachelor of Social Work, Honors Social Work and Women's and Gender Studies. Emily Jean Frainer. Christy Koutros. Juliana June Simon. Yuri Marie Valentina Singh. Markayla Taylor. Certificate in Anthrozoology. Mallory Marie Cole.
Lauren Elizabeth Shuckey, with great distinction.
Madam Chancellor, we would ask you to confer on the foregoing candidates whose names have been approved by the Senate, the degrees, certificates, and diplomas to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the Province of Ontario and in accordance with the recommendations of the Senate of the University of Windsor, I confer upon these candidates the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
Congratulations, class of 2021. On behalf of the University of Windsor Alumni Association, I'm proud to be offering you this virtual greeting. I'm Ken Alexander, current president of the Alumni Association Board of Directors. When you started your studies at the University of Windsor, you surely could not have imagined experiencing convocation in a virtual format. We are living in new and constantly changing times. You are now the leaders who will help all of us navigate those changes in the coming years. Many people will have advice to share with you at this time in your life. Listen, but chart your own course. My advice, do something every day that's important to you. As Steve Jobs said in his famous commencement speech in 2005 to Stanford grads, the only way to do great work is to do what you love. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. You already have the support of 150,000 UWindsor alumni who've graduated before you. Our alumni are doing amazing things around the globe, and now you will carry on this tradition of greatness. Best wishes to you on this very special occasion as you realize the results of your years of hard work. Enjoy it. You've earned it. Remember to keep the Alumni Association updated on all the wonderful things you'll do so we can share in your great successes. Welcome to the University of Windsor Alumni Association family.
On behalf of the entire University of Windsor, I would like to offer my heartfelt congratulations to all of you on the significance of your achievements. And as we celebrate the University of Windsor's class of 2021, we will be officially recognizing the remarkable accomplishments of over 4,400 of our students. I want to first recognize and celebrate the determination, persistence, and dedication you have shown in successfully pursuing your education during these challenging and unprecedented times. I know that your families, your peers, your professors, and other staff at the university have also helped to make this possible. And I could not be more proud of the resilience, teamwork, ingenuity, and grit that all of you have collectively shown. I continue to be humbled by your commitment to each other and to the community that are such hallmarks of this institution. In addition to the challenges of your academic programs, so many of you have engaged in research and services aimed at supporting those around you, and this spirit of generosity makes us all so much stronger together. Graduates, this is one of many milestones you will pass on your lifelong journey, and we are glad to be here to share it with you. All of us who have had the privilege to obtain a university degree remember this day in different ways, sometimes with relief, but always with pride, and nearly always as a turning point. From here, perhaps the next steps will be further study, new employment opportunities, or other new beginnings in new places. No matter your path, remember that you will always be part of this university's past, present, and future. You are ready for what's to come, no matter what. Through your years here, you have built and honed the skills, knowledge, and determination to achieve things you haven't even imagined yet. You will always be part of the Lancer family. I encourage you to get involved with the Alumni Association, a connection to nearly 150,000 alumni around the world. Parents and other family and friends of our graduates, your commitment and continued support have helped to make everything that we celebrate today possible. I know how much pride you all share in your graduates' accomplishments, and I want to personally thank you. Today is also very much your day. Over the past year, we have all thought a great deal about the future in ways that we don't normally have to, about how to plan for the uncertainty around us, what it will be like after we are vaccinated, when we can all fully return to our face-to-face lives, and how these unusual times will shape what comes next. I think it's important, though, to draw from these times a message of hope in the tangible proof that we can adapt and change and help each other in order to succeed. That we can envision and enact solutions to the challenges that come our way, large and small, and that these solutions can be the basis of true progress. The future really is yours to shape. Change is yours to make. Be bold and be kind. And remember that all of us at the University of Windsor will have you in our thoughts in the days, months, and years ahead. In one simple word, congratulations. Stay safe and stay well. Today is your day. Enjoy it.
I now declare the 115th Convocation of the University of Windsor closed.